Hey guys, welcome to the BJ Show. Welcome to round 20. 4 weeks to go. It's known as 4 rounds remain for the AFL. This episode I'll be sharing my votes from the top 3 professionals from each week, as well as sharing my footy tips. All 9 games, 18 teams. Who they will be? Let's find out. Let's begin. It's round 20, game 1. Friday night, footy at the G. Collingwood vs Carlton. And boy, this was one not expecting team in Collingwood. Well done to the winner team. Here's the top 3 for each team. For Collingwood and Carlton. Josh Dacos comes in for Collingwood. It was Charlie Cruz now, Carlton. Jeremy Howe, Collingwood. Black Ace, Carlton. Nick Dacos continues with Collingwood's best. Nick Newman is Carlton best. Congratulations with Carlton with the win, but well, good effort to Collingwood. Well done. You Collingwood, Carlton, top 3 best on ground. It's round 20, game 2. First game for Saturday afternoon footy. We head to Geelong at GMHBA Stadium. Geelong hosting Fremantle. When was Geelong? Well done, Fremantle on the big road win from Western Australia to Victoria. Geelong. Here is the top 3 for each team for Geelong Fremantle. Here we go. Max Holmley's well done from Geelong's Fremantle's lovely shoots. Here we go. We come from Mitch Duncan Geelong with Luke Ryan Fremantle. Here we go. Your
Tom Stewart Geelong.
Andrew Bradshaw Fremantle. Well done. With the win was Fremantle, good effort Geelong. And here's your top 3 for your Geelong and Fremantle. It's round 20, game 3. We're heading now to game number 2, Saturday afternoon footy at Martin Stadium, Ballarat. Western Bulldogs vs GWS Giants. Oh, and it's GWS Giants for upset over the Bulldogs in Martin Stadium at Ballarat. Here is your top 3 Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants. Here we go. Adam Toole, well done Western Bulldogs. Kieran Bridge, GWS Giants. Bailey Dale, Western Bulldogs. Josh Kelly, GWS.
Marcus Bontempelli.
Western Bulldogs, Lockie Wakefield. GWS Giants, best on ground. Well done, Western Bulldogs, GWS Giants. Top 3 best on ground. Game 4, round 20, here we go. Twilight footy in the Gold Coast at Heritage Bank Stadium. We have the G Class 25 Mala upset. And this is Gold Coast versus Brisbane's hosting. So here we go. Brisbane went with, but well done with Gold Coast with that win. Good effort, Brisbane. I may mention it again. Just listen out. If not, that's okay. You heard it once. All good. Here we go. Here's your Gold Coast Brisbane. Top 3, David Swallow.
Ryan Lester Brisbane.
Norrenson, Gold Coast. Hugh McClinkage, Brisbane. Sam Flanders, Gold Coast. And here we Josh Dunkley, again Brisbane's best. Well done, Gold Coast, Brisbane. In the G Class 25, well done, the Gold Coast on winning that game. And the top 3, best on ground. Round 20, game 5. For Saturday night footy in Melbourne, Marble Stadium. Essendon vs Sydney. Essendon the footy tips. Here is the top three for each team for Essendon Sydney. Kyle Lamford comes first for Essendon.
Braden Campbell,
Sydney.
Dyson Heppel,
Essendon. It's Jake Lloyd, Sydney.
Zach Merritt, Essendon.
Errol Gordon, Sydney.
Well done. Your top three, Essendon and Sydney, best on ground. We've made the game 6, 20th round. Second Saturday night footy in Adelaide Oval. We have Showdown 54. Right now it's even. It was 27 apiece. 3 showdowns head by Port Adelaide, 3 ahead. Adelaide's come from end of last season to be hosting a showdown, from away from a showdown, now hosting another one and just dominated. And that's where we are right now. Adelaide versus Port Adelaide. I went with Adelaide, of course, being a close supporter. Here is your top 3 for each team. Adelaide, Port Adelaide. Wayne Miller, well done, comes well with Adelaide's best. With Francis Evans, well done. Jordan Dawson, Adelaide. Dan Houston, Port Adelaide. And well done, not just Tyler Walker, but as well for the LA Crows start. Showdown best on ground, first time ever in 16 seasons for the LA Crows when Connor Moosey comes with Port Adelaide. Well done. Adelaide and Port Adelaide's top 3, best on ground for Showdown 54. It's now game 7, and with obvious we're around 20. It's first Sunday afternoon footy in Melbourne again, and we're at the Marble Stadium for Hawthorn vs St Kilda with St Kilda footy tips. Anyone's going to win this with Hawthorn and St Kilda, high scoring game, but one team was slightly better. And here is your top 3 for each team with Hawthorn St Kilda. We'll start. Shad Wingard, Hawthorn. Jack Steele, St Kilda.
James Werple.
Hawthorn, Jack Sinclair. Again, 2 Jacks for St Kilda in the top 3, with Sinclair was second.
Jarman Impey.
Hawthorn, both Kraut, St Kilda. Well done, Hawthorn, St Kilda, top 3, best on ground. Game 8, 2 remaining games for round 20. And here is the second Sunday afternoon footy, back at the MCG for the second time. Richmond versus Melbourne. I went with Melbourne. Here is the top 3 for each team. For Richmond, Melbourne. Darcy Martin comes from Richmond. With Matt Scorn comes from Melbourne. Tim Toronto, Richmond. Christian Petrarca, Melbourne. Well done. Shane Bolton comes from Richmond with Jack Varley. Well done, big best on ground. Well done. Richmond and Melbourne, top 3 best on ground. We have made it. It is round 20. Final game. We have finally done it. I'm so excited to share with this game. Sunday twilight footy, and we hit the Perth at Optus Stadium. This one is West Coast versus North Melbourne. The last time these two played was 19 weeks ago, round 1 at Marble Stadium. I went with North Melbourne. But goodness sake, I started with West Coast. The North Melbourne saying that got the job done. I asked people at the footy club I played for, Kenilworth, said, who are you tipping, West Coast and North Melbourne? I said North Melbourne. I said, okay. I changed to the last minute. And this is where I came up with North Melbourne, as I mentioned before. Why me doing that? Well done. Good effort to North Melbourne. They never gave up. The West Coast holding on, a big win in front of their fans. They've been waiting. But there's been so many retirement players I would like to share with you. soon on the BJ show, and how much creative how much they've changed the game and how much they've put in there. So I would love now to share with your top 3 for the final game round 20, West Coast North Melbourne. North Melbourne won last time. West Coast got their revenge on their home turf. Very hard to win in Perth, but West Coast, they had to have that mojo. So Tim Kelly, West Coast. Bailey Scott, North Melbourne. Jamie Quibbs just nightly in for West Coast. Luke Davis, Tony, well done for North Melbourne. And comes Dom Sheed, West Coast. Harry Sidley, well done from North Melbourne. Well done on West Coast was win. Good effort, North Melbourne. And well done the top 3, West Coast and North Melbourne. We have finally come to the end of round 20. Where's the season? 20 rounds later. And here we go. Well done, all the winners, the players who have voted for this round. That's it for another episode of the BJ Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe down below. All my social media platforms. That is Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Soon will be a podcast. Follow on Spotify and a YouTube podcast as well. See you time next time more on the BJ Show. And here is what we are going to come up. There will be a Spotify logo. It's not yet to be confirmed, but it's coming soon. So keep your eyes out for that. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.